Still waiting.
All right, we are on YouTube now. Waiting just
We are?
YouTube for a second.
Yeah. And as soon as YouTube pops up, I'll mute my YouTube and then go back on StreamYard.
Yeah, should be all right. Just a minute, I think. A little bit slow. Come on, YouTube. It says no data. We've been streaming 5 seconds now.
Yeah, I know.
My screen says, let me just refresh this YouTube UI.
Okay. Yeah, that may do it.
Yeah, let's see if he does it again. It's on StreamYard, we are live.
Yeah, we're perfect on StreamYard.
On YouTube, let me see if it's actually we are on live on YouTube now. It says didn't connect, but let me check the other way. Sometime, as you know, the YouTube is kind of weird.
It says it's one waiting, so it has me registered.
Yeah, I'm going to just view the channel, see if we are actually live. It says live anyway. Yeah, we are live, Chris.
All right, it said it's waiting for you. Give me a second here.
I just muted myself on YouTube. So,
okay, let me go mute myself.
right.
Mine's still not showing live yet.
Should just refresh. Definitely we're live. I can hear you directly pretty good through the StreamYard. In my end, you are on live. I can hear you pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, anyways, we go ahead, huh? In your end,
yeah,
you can close.
We can go ahead.
In your end, you can close the YouTube altogether if you want, Chris.
I can. Okay.
Yeah. Just close the YouTube altogether, so you.
If I do that, won't that kick me off of StreamYard?
No. You'll be all right.
You're picking me up on StreamYard.
Yeah, exactly. So even in myself,
got it.
I don't have to be right now on YouTube. So
okay, got it. All right.
To eliminate the echoes and everything else in between. Anyways, welcome, Chris. Our first, that's the podcast. I have a special guest with me, Christopher. Straightforward, straight in. Please introduce yourself and tell our viewers what they need to do about lead gen.
Right. My name is Chris Sciullo, and I am part of the No Limit Emails Network. And my specialty is lead generation. No Limit Emails gives us the opportunity to send out thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of emails a day. And from those hundreds of thousands of cold emails every day, we are able to build lists through segmentations. And those lists allow us to separate the warm customers that open the emails and look at the emails and start building our list of people so that we know that when we send our cold emails out, they are actually getting opened and read. Now, let me just give you an example of what lead generation could do for you. A standard cold email that goes out to maybe 70, 80, 90,000 people will only have a 1% open rate if it is sent through some of the other competitors that are out there. and they consider a 1% to a 2% open rate pretty good. Well, the emails that I write and the emails that I send have 10 to 20% open rate on their initial cold emails. 10 to 20% is huge when you're talking 100,000 emails. Now you got 10,000 cold emails that are now converted to someone that has opened your email. And some of these companies will come out and they will tell you directly, opens don't mean anything. Opens mean everything whenever you're segmenting your lists and finding out clients that you want to send your emails to. So with that in mind, and with that, and if you want to start doing lead generation and doing it right, here are 6 top tips that I'm going to share with you today on this webinar, or this quick little podcast, video podcast, which by the way is made by me at nolimitemails.com. Should sign yourself up for an account on that, and I'll get to that later. So here's the 6 tips that I have, and I'm going to have Evan interject his thoughts and feelings on this as well too. Number 1, avoid building your email infrastructure for doing lead generation with a Gmail Works account. Now, why is that important? Some of the industry leaders out there in the different companies, and you know who they are because you see them advertised on YouTube all the time, want you to create Gmail workspaces to send these emails through. Well, there's a problem with that. Back a few months ago, Google, Gmail said, we're no longer going to send your emails unless you spend at least $100 a month with us on advertising. And with that, Google shut down a bunch of its business accounts that were sending emails. I talked to a fella a few weeks ago, sad as it was, he was going to be losing his job because for 3 weeks, none of his company emails had gone out because they do not spend $100 a month in Gmail or Google advertising, in Google ads. This guy's going to lose his job because of that, because the owners of the company have said, we're not going to pay Google $100 a month in advertising because we already pay for their email accounts. So fix it. They wanted this guy to fix it. How's he going to fix it? There is no fix. This is the determination that was made by Google. When you decide that you're building on somebody else's platform and not your own, you have to play by their rules. And right now, Gmail, Google is going through all kinds of changes and all kinds of iterations. It's battling with Microsoft right now with MSN. So for 90 days, MSN is not going to be sending any MSN or Outlook emails out unless Google can validate their account, which takes 90 days. So if half of your list is made up of MSN or Outlook customers, if that's a big part of your customers, those emails aren't going out. They're not getting those emails. They're not getting those specials that you're sending out. Best bet right now, while things are still up in the air, avoid Gmail. Avoid Gmail with everything. Number 2, when you sign up for a URL, those URLs usually give you 5 free email accounts that you can use, from info to hello to your name to sales to accounting, whatever you want to call these emails. Use those 5 emails that are yours. Those are your email accounts. And when you're setting up a URL, URLs cost about $15 a year. That's your domain name. I would recommend that you set up 2. If one of your emails is a .com, the other one should be a .net. If you already own a .com, see if you can buy the .net. And if you decide later to open up or start up your own email server through a system like No Limit Emails or something else, you will have that .net account attached to your same company name, because every email that goes out is going to show email from your company name, .net or .com, whenever you sent the emails out. So you want people to become familiar with getting emails from your URL. Google.com doesn't do you any good. Your URL does you a lot of good, particularly with all the ESP, the internet service or email service providers. They start recognizing you as a tested and visible brand. Number 3 is use Mozilla Thunderbird as your email client. It is available for all the different platforms that are out there. And it is the easiest thing to set up your emails on. But the beauty of that is it counts your emails. It allows you to send to both Gmail and Outlook accounts. So, you can use it through MSN accounts. It is almost Hotmail, Yahoo, sends to all of them, doesn't care. Using that as your email base is a really, really good idea. So really consider a third-party email tool like Mozilla Thunderbird. It works really good. Number 4 is if you're looking for bulk email service, and this is where I'm going to get Evan involved in, No Limit Emails is a fantastic solution. For less than $70 a month, you can set up your starter email package, your bronze package. It allows you to send 100,000 emails a month. 100,000 emails a month. Imagine if you only had 3,000 or 4,000 emails that you sent. You can send them multiple times the course of the month for as little as $67 a month. That is incredible. Not counting that, you get a full, powerful CRM back of this that is used by hundreds of thousands, several 100,000 companies all over the world. It is an open source product that's called Mautic. It's not owned by a single company. Not one person can tell you how to do it. Our particular version, or the No Limit Emails particular version of Mautic, is set up for using bulk email sends. And the tools that it has are just beyond belief. And it allows you to put your landing pages on there, your forms on there, your automations, your email automations for send. It allows you to do so much. For $67 a month, you can't go wrong. So you're spending $15 for your URL. You're then spending another $15 to get a second URL, one.net, one.com. Then you're also spending $67 a month for that. So you're under $100 a month. You're able to send 100,000 emails a month. That's crazy. You can't do that through MailChimp. Can't do it through any other companies that are out there. Oops, didn't want to say competitors or anything out there, even though MailChimp is really not a competitor. You can really do a lot of incredibly crazy things. If you're using WordPress, by the way, this system is designed to work with WordPress. You have never seen more beautiful and elegant emails sent out than someone that has created an email in WordPress with all the beautiful integration of flowers. And we are No Limit Emails. When I say we, I mean No Limit Emails. Also allows you to put in dynamic content. What is dynamic content? You can have somebody play a YouTube video right inside of your No Limit email account. That's unheard of. I know that's a plugin that you can purchase from someone to do that, from one of the companies that's out there, to allow you to include that in an email. But why? It's included in No Limit Emails for free. Imagine looking at a video where somebody's explaining something to you and showing you on a board exactly what it is going to do. Imagine if you're an internet marketer and you want to do a walkthrough video of what this product can do. You can do that right inside the email. It's amazing what No Limit Emails can do for you. So if you're looking to do real lead generation, real email marketing, definitely look at No Limit Emails. No Limit Emails is definitely a winner for that. We ran through those pretty quick. Tip number 5 is how important is it to warm up your email server? When you sign up with your new email account, it should take you about 30 days to fully warm up that email server. Now, that email server that you have, or that email system that you have, has something called an IP. And what is that? That is the address in which your emails are being sent from. Now, a lot of the big companies that are out there that offer internet marketing that really don't do lead generation, they will group you in a pool of IPs, which means you and 30 other people will be sharing the same IP. You will have no control over what those other people are sending, and they will have no control over what you're sending. So if you happen to be in a pool with an unscrupulous person and you get your IP banned from the email service providers, the ESPs, you will not be able to send any more of your emails, even though it wasn't your email that got you banned. It doesn't matter. You're on the same IP. It's a shared IP. You're on that same IP, and you're going to be penalized just as much as that other person gets penalized. So be sure that if you're going to do lead generation, or you're going to do email marketing, or if you're just going to be promoting your products via email, make sure that you get a system that supplies your own IPs. IPs anywhere can cost you anywhere from $40 a month to $200 a month. Please look into it. Please see what systems are out there. Of course, the $67 a month through No Limit Emails includes an IP address. Go figure. So that you can go ahead and send that information. So that's really important that it takes about 30 days to notify all of the ESPs, the email service providers that are out there, sending them the type of emails that you're going to be sending, making sure those emails fall within compliance of what you're supposed to do with emails. And it makes everything really, really good for your system, because at the end of 30 days, now you're not limited as to the number of emails you can send. I have myself sent over 1 million emails in one day. I sent 500,000 emails in one day, and everybody likes to make fun of that story that I sent purely by accident. No Limit Emails came to my defense, because I couldn't have been with them for more than a week, and they said, this guy made a mistake. He sent these out by error. Can you please not ban him, not blackball him as a spammer? He's not a spammer. He just made a simple mistake. And they did. They listened, because that is the weight that No Limit Emails carries with email service providers, because they just don't take everybody or anybody that comes through the door at No Limit Emails. They do vet you. They do talk to you. They do see what you're trying to do. If you're going to bring harm to the network, you won't even get close to it. So if you're a spammer, if that's what you're planning on doing, don't even bother calling. They'll catch on to it right away, and you'll be gone so fast. Don't even try it. It's not worth your time. But if you truly want to do internet marketing and you want to get your message out there, definitely look into No Limit Emails. And it's very important to have your emails warmed up. It lets people know who you are. And the last thing is, and the most important thing is, list segmentation. I cannot say this enough. List segmentation. Some of our competitors out there feel that just by putting a tag in your email, that is list segmentation. Adding a tag to the email is not list segmentation. If I put out 100,000 emails and 50,000 of those emails are responded to, which has happened, which I have done, I can put those 50,000 people in a segment that is for whatever that email was sent out as. If I sent that email out on building chicken coops, and I sent an email out to a bunch of people, and that's what my response was, I'm going to have a segment called chicken coop plans or chicken coop builder. So I know that anytime I want to send out information on building your own chicken coop, or an article on that, or share something that I read or share a YouTube video about, new types of chicken coops that are being built. I know it might sound like a silly topic, but there are people out there that raise their own chickens. My future grandson mother-in-law is gonna raise her own chickens now, because they eat a lot of chickens and they eat a lot of eggs. So they're going to be putting in their own chicken coop, and they had to get plans designed and drawn up to make sure they were in compliance, and they had the space, and now they're going to be able to start having their own eggs and getting their own chicks. The little chicks already came. My great grandson really loved the chicks, playing around with the chicks, but you know it's something that you have to do right, and you have to do it right from the start. So, though it's a silly topic, the first one that came into my head, there are other things that you're doing. There are other products that you have to offer. You're a business that offers a specific product, be it insurance, be it flood insurance, be it fire insurance, be it theft insurance. You can target and send out a generic cold email to people that would be interested in it and have them click a link if they would like a specialized quote, or if they'd want more information on it, click here. And this system registers that click. You put those people in their own segment because those people are interested in fire insurance. These people are interested in theft insurance. These people are, interested in flood insurance. You can do all those things. You can segment all those things. That's why segmentation works so much better than just adding 50 different tags after an email. It just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't tell you why those people are clicking on there. It's just not good business practice. So once again, to recap everything: number one, avoid Gmail. Number two, when you sign up for a URL, sign up for a URL at a .com and a .net, particularly if you're here in the US. And before you sign up and register that URL, make sure that it gives you emails with it as well too. Most of them do. Number three, use Mozilla Thunderbird as your engine for your emails. Keeps everything nice, neat package in one place, and there's all kinds of stuff you can do with that. Number four, if you're going to look for a service to do bulk email sending, lead generation, or internet marketing, you really can't beat No Limit Email. You owe it to yourself to visit nolimitemail.com and check it out and really take a look at it. Number five, warming up the system, the importance of warming up your system so that the internet service providers know who you are. They know the quality and the type of emails you're sending and the volume of emails you're sending, so they will not mark you as a spammer. So they understand what you're doing. You're going to do this nice and slow setup, and it's going to work. I have not gotten one spam complaint on my emails, not one. And I've been doing this now for almost 4 years. So it's hard to believe it's been that long, because believe me, you got to kiss a lot of frogs before you find that princess or prince. Believe me, I kissed a lot of frogs and I've been burned a lot. So please do work with a legitimate company that will get you turned in slowly to the ESPs. And number six, don't underestimate the power of list segmentation. If you want high open rates, if you want people to click on your offer, and you don't want it to go to somebody who could care less about building a chicken coop, and you want that stuff to go directly to those chicken coop people, list segmentation is the only way to do it. Tags is not going to get that done. You got to go through list segmentation. So that about ends anything that I wanted to talk about today. Evan, is there anything that you wanted to bring up to me while I'm here with you?
Thank you, Chris. To be honest, my fingers could not be faster to taking notes, but you are sharing pretty amazing. Thank you. Yeah, like just to kind of recap really the importance what Chris is kind of talking about. There are many facets and factors when you're doing the email stuff, lead gen, the email itself, and as well as control you have or the control you don't have over the email is all really important elements of what Chris is kind of mentioning. When you look really point of lead gen, I just wanted to ask you one question, and we
Hmm.
probably kind of end after that. So my question will be to you is on the lead gen side of, basically, let's say, lead gen side of the river, what is you able to achieve with no limit emails when it comes to just brutal lead generation from cold data to something good?
There, everybody says that the hardest part in lead generation is getting the leads. That's actually the easiest part, is where to find the leads, where to cultivate the leads. What do you do with the leads once you get them? Now, here's where no limit emails really comes into play. I was able to find a place where I could get 8 million business segmented emails for free. So I did. So I got these 8 million emails. Company out there knows exactly who I'm talking about now because it's the only one that makes the offer. The reason why I find out they offer 8 million emails is because their email system cannot mail 8 million emails. No limit emails can. Even if it's going to take me 8 days, I could easily mail a million emails a day with no problem. I can mail 2 million emails a day and mail the whole list in 1 week. No problem. I know I can do that with no limit emails. That is how fast and how good email is. Email currently right now in its current configuration, no limit email sends about 3,000 emails a minute. 3,000 emails a minute. If you have a list of 3,000 emails, they're gone in a minute. So you are constantly hungry looking for more emails to put in. And by using segmentation correctly, importing the emails in correctly, and the way that the no limit email system is set up through the Mautic CRM, your email lists are highly targeted email lists. And that takes care of half the battle, because a lot of these companies that are out there that talk about cold email generation, they just want you to send 50,000 emails out and not care where they go. Well, what happens when they come back? How do you know who read them? You don't. You don't. You put a link on there and you hope somebody comes back and orders your ebook. That's what you're going to build. It's called a lost leader. You hear that every time, people talking about a lost leader, or what else do they call that, Evan? Lead magnet. Yes, a lead magnet. They want you to build those. Let's build a lead magnet. Have somebody go up and sign up for your ebook or sign up for your silly little report that you're going to put out there, you know? And once they sign up, then that's when we're going to track their emails. And when we have a bunch of those, well, then we're going to send a bunch of those people an offer whenever we have a bunch of those. You know what? No limit email skips that whole thing. If you have a list of already segmented email people that are entrepreneurs, why not send the emails to the entrepreneurs only in the group with your offer? Some will accept it, some won't. But if you offer value in your email, they will open it. They will open up your next email. It's not unusual for my emails to be opened 10 to 20% on my first email, and my second email 50. I even have some of my emails that opened up in the 60%. 6 out of 10 people that got my emails opened them. 6 out of 10. They didn't open them because of anything more than the subject line and my name, who sent it. They know when they see that email coming from 7-Day Mail and what the email topic is, they know they can trust that they're going to get value from that email. Build that value, build that trust, skip that step of trying to get them to buy some crappy little lead magnet. That's all wrong. That's doing business 50 years ago. That's old school. Stay away from that. It isn't going to help you get your lists and get your numbers up. If you put an offer and people respond to that offer, continue to use that offer. Continue to build off of that offer. The offer is 100% of the game. If you remember in the very beginning, I talked about open rates and how there was a company out there that says open rates don't even care. It doesn't even matter to some companies. That's partially true. Your open rate is important, but if you can give them a reason to come back, if you can give them value that they open your follow-up email, that's more important. So your open rate is important to a degree, but if your offer doesn't convert those people to click on and to see more, then you need to change the offer. It's easier to change the offer in the beginning when you're sending email, because remember, email starts off with small numbers first, then grows bigger, then grows bigger, then grows bigger. Well, when we warm up our systems, that's the way it works. Our systems start out small, and then we add a couple more, and then we add a couple more. Now we're sending 100. Now we're sending 600, 700,000, 2,000, 6,000, 30,000, 80,000, 90,000. Then we're sending those level of emails as we go. Make the mistakes when you're only sending 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20 emails. Make the mistakes in getting an offer that converts then. Give yourself 15, 20 days to come up with a good offer that at least half the people convert to while your numbers are small. Because remember, if you send out 10 emails and 5 people click on it, when you send out 100 of those emails, now 50 are going to click on it. And you send out 1,000, now 500 people are going to click on it. That's how you have to look at it. It's the scale of growth. So that is where only no limit emails, from what I have used with its lead generation system, the leads they give you to put in the beginning as you're warming up your system, really allow you to focus on writing your offer in a way that it wins. And that's important. That's really important. And you have to constantly experiment till you find something that resonates with your readers. That's all.
Yeah, thank you
But
for
is
that.
I don't know.
Absolutely. I think when it comes to the offer, obviously, I think is most important part of the whole equation of business is the offer, right?
That's right.
Uh,
That's right.
And
Yeah.
obviously, vehicle wise, lead gen wise, ability that really allows us to kind of get really decent signal out of, like Chris mentioned, uh, out of the data that in early stages when you try to figure this offer or a writing kind of style for the people who is on the list,
Hmm.
and what is obviously the pain point is according to that, we've seen it what you're able to
Yes.
really do when you kind of just really in a basic to a kind of like two-step kind of, let's say, shot, or let's say you
Hmm.
have a loaded gun and you only have 2 shots, right? So
Right.
you have this first email shot out, and then obviously second email shot out, which is you really kind of put a big emphasis on that special segmentation of specific group of leads, right?
That's
Uh,
correct.
and when there are no systems allow you really to do that, especially on a scale that like we are talking about, obviously
Oh yeah.
Chris himself, you heard, send 1 million email at one go. So it was
Yeah.
not as somebody's that really hasn't done it themselves telling you this stuff. This is
Hmm.
somebody that actually can prove you with data, can prove you with system, can give you everything that he's done. And of course, you can see the value when you have one asset that is belongs to you, designed in the back end of it, so you can become basically your own mill, so to speak.
Right.
And
Now, what I do is I try to keep my daily emails between 20 to 25,000 emails because I can manage 20 to 25,000 emails very easily. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not as young anymore. I can't work, you know, 20-hour days anymore. So I have to really limit the stuff that I do. But at one time, when I first started No Limit Emails, I was sending out 45 to 50,000 emails a day, and I was able to manage those a few years ago. Uh, the only problem that I had was sending out 45 or 50,000 emails. I was using a system called MailChimp, and that roughly cost me $390 a day to send 40,000 emails. How could you afford that? It totally. I had to find another. Thank God they kicked me out. If they wouldn't have kicked me out, God knows how much money I would have lost through MailChimp by sending out, because I had figured that I needed to send 40,000 emails out a day to get enough responses to it, that maybe I got 35 or 40 good responses. And that was high. Now I send less and I get 10 times more the response, 20 times, 30, 40,000 times more response. Sent out a response today with 21,000 emails in it. I already broke almost 3,000 emails in return, 3,000 opens. That's just in
Although,
one 20,000 send. So, I mean, it happens. It's when you have the infrastructure in place, you get those kind of numbers. That's it.
yeah, absolutely. I think the infrastructure part, I think lots of really lots of domains, so to speak, if you look at it as a wide scope,
Mm-hmm.
could utilize what you mentioned, really important part about really having this two kind of, let's say, two sister websites on a domain when you're
Yeah.
buying and purchasing domains.
Yeah.
And one of them can represent whatever you kind of want to project out to the world, and the other one can amplify that, really
Yeah.
scale that's really normally very, very expensive when you try to do it with email. And with structure of really from cold outreach point of view, having proven system is very, very important when you really try to build this proper infrastructure that you could stabilize. One, as Chris just mentioned, at the cost.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So on that's really very, very important part of whole, obviously, business of the world when it comes to the really,
Mm-hmm.
when you try to be productive, always cost goes up, which is kind of
Right.
normal.
Right.
In our case, like by no limit email infrastructure, yes, you still have a cost, but the
Mm-hmm.
cost is really kind of like frozen in time, doesn't increase, doesn't decrease. Uh, is that been any difference since kind of, let's say, you you divorced MailChimp?
Yeah, I
uh,
will. I'll be honest about being a MailChimp, and I will tell you something else too. I'm working with a young lady who is putting on a webinar, a women's symposium webinar or seminar at a local ski resort. And she's going all out with this event. She's having movers and shakers from women from all over the country. It's a women empowerment type thing that she has going on. And the ski resort that she's holding this at, which is now closed in the summertime, but they have wonderful banquet facilities and rooms and everything to rent. And they do this in the summertime, these seminars, because they have hotel rooms and everything. They are doing this 2-day event. For tickets are, I think, $995. They include meals and the breakout rooms, all kinds of stuff that you're learning. So it's a proper seminar. I just sent out 40,000 emails for her yesterday. And here was her statement. She asked me if I would do that for her because, quote unquote, she is a social media expert. And I said, okay, well, how many social media posts have you made for this event since it's been officially kicked off the beginning of this month? This is until July, by the way. And she said every day she's been posting to LinkedIn and she's been posting to Facebook and YouTube and all these other places about this webinar seminar thing that she's having coming up. And I said, oh, that's very well and good. I said, but how many tickets have you sold? And she goes, well, I've sold a couple tables to corporations and stuff like that, but that's about it. Now 8 people sit at a table. So that's double occupancy. That's 4 hotel rooms, table, dinner, food for all those people. So she said she needs something bigger to do her outreach and to put her outreach further. And I said to her point blank, well, isn't social media the way to reach out to these people you're looking for? And she said, to be honest with you, I think social media is dead. Now, here is somebody that's using it to promote a seminar that they're putting on. they're saying that the method of delivery for my advertising and promotion is dead. I have to go back to email. That just shows you the power of email. And once again, 40,000 emails a day that would be sent out through MailChimp is about $390. I'm not charging her anything. I'm doing this for free. I hope that she will see the benefit of signing up for a company and getting back into doing email marketing promotion because she wants to do these seminars and she wants to do these for real. And if she wants to do these for real, she has to have a bigger and wider outreach than just social media marketing. But she said social media marketing is fun. Email is boring. Yeah, email is boring. It's old school, but it's highly effective. Highly effective. So she already has the raw list of 40,000 emails it was sent to. She has her yesterday's emails, which came out to be about, I think it was 4,000 or 5,000 people yesterday received the email. She has another, I think, 6,000 that signed up today or opened the email today. So she'll get about 10 or 15,000 from this group. She'll get a real high number of people that are interested. They opened the email. So now she's going to market those 15, 20,000 people directly with, hey, we noticed that you are interested in coming to the webinar. Why haven't you booked your spot yet? We're running out of spots. We're running out of seats. We already start getting some testimonials of people. Start putting in some videos of some of your keynote speakers so people can see them on stage and see what they have to say. So you do everything now from your marketing half of your brain to the physical. And that's exactly what No Limit Emails does. It connects that marketing creative side of your brain to the actual workhorse part of your brain that does the work. So that's the way it is.
Yeah, thank you for that. I think definitely here's the kind of like a little bit to kind of inject what Chris was just saying, compares email comparison to social media. Literally, imagine social media is a billboard on the highway, and imagine email is you knocking on somebody's door.
Right. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. If they don't see your post on social media, they don't see your post. They're gone. They're scrolling. They're gone.
Right.
You know.
So that's the big difference. That's when it comes to really even advertising, let's say paid advertising on social media, again, is literally
Same
like
thing.
you are in a
Billboard.
billboard, that's all.
Exactly. Someone's watching a YouTube video and they're right in the middle of the video and your ad pops up. They're going to wait for your skip button to come up to hit skip to go back to watch what they're really interested in. If you think that your email ad popping up on YouTube has anything to do with what the video is they're watching, you're sadly mistaken. Those people are making money every time somebody clicks on that email. That clicks on that skip. They make money. They don't care. They're charging somebody for showing that ad. And then you just paid for something that somebody skipped on? How does that work? But at least with our system, if somebody goes to No Limit Emails and clicks on your email to open it up and read it, you're going to get that email. And it's going to show you what they clicked on, what they were interested in. So now you're building that segment of people that are interested in that topic. If you decide never to send another email on that topic again, that's your call to make. You're making that call from hard numbers, not from just waiting to get your bill at the end of the month from YouTube that says, oh, you owe us $3,000 this month for your advertising because your video was shown X amount of times. So the people hit the skip button. Why didn't they order what my offer was? Well, I don't know. That's not our job. Our job is just to show it. Your job is to sell it. So it's just night and day. Difference between night and day. Lead gen's best thing.
Basically kind of what Chris is kind of just hitting like nail really on the head. I hope somebody really rewind this specific podcast and listen several times and kind of really rethink, especially the points that Chris is actually mentioning when comes to the really lead generation, and as well as that really multiplication and multi times. You multiply the lead generation in essence of really millionfold, because you have to have a decent back end infrastructure, so you can be a literally boss of the data and the flow of the traffic on the internet
Hmm.
when it
Hmm.
comes to the really lead generation. If you do not have the engine basically to kind of get you literally the transport
Hmm.
have to be so really powerful that you don't want to jump on a car and every time's either the money got to break you or the engine got to break you. and
Exactly.
and this is basically in the core of business itself. When I look at lady example, for example, when
Hmm.
you look millions of people in many different really categories of the internet business has exact that problem, the
Yeah.
problem of scaling up how many people they could reach in real life, in
Right.
real term. The difference between obviously lead genning through the social media or through the paid ads or even
Hmm.
through content, like let's say you're producing good site, there is a good content.
Hmm.
What is the really main CDN engine behind this content distribution?
Right.
So if you really miss one of the channel, let's say social media is one channel, could be slow.
Hmm.
Let's say text or SMS, another channel.
Hmm.
Let's say you have set up some chatbot, that could be another channel. Uh,
Yep.
let's say you doing this live events like this lady does, but every
Hmm.
event you need to collect more data so you can make the
Right.
next event better.
Right.
When we look all this specific, I mean, you could spend the money, also go to the, blow a few millions, be on a Super Bowl.
Right.
So TV is another area, and your normal print media is obviously other area. Even book notes is kind of now become a pretty
Yep.
familiar place that you could add a advertising and a new authored books and things like that. So there are many
Right.
ways that whole world works to try to generate data. Like
Right.
literally all of this is all about generating data and information.
Right.
And
But
then
here's the thing. When I think when you're saying data, it's kind of confusing. When you're saying data, you really mean emails, generating more email leads and email leads, right?
yeah,
That's
thank you
the
for
data
correcting me.
that happens to be the data we're collecting is emails, you know?
Yeah,
That's
thank you for correcting me. Basically, like data, what I mean is literally contact of somebody.
Yes, their contact information, their name, their email, their website, their whatever their business segment is that they may happen to be in. That's the data that we want. That's the only data that we really think is, you can get away with just a name and an email and use an email marketing system like No Limit Emails and be just as effective as you are if you had every single every single bit of information, their street address, their city, their state, their zip code, their if you had all that stuff, that's a phone number, that's all well and good. But if you had their URL, their email, and their name, you can start marketing them, and you can get that other information just by asking. So it's just how you look at the data that you're getting in and what data is important. Email and name, that's important.
Right. I
Yeah.
mean, in general terms, if when you look at it, when you get a contact, right, it's just literally like
Hmm.
our phone, right? Like in our
Yes.
phone, every one of us got at least a couple of hundred contacts.
Yes.
Uh,
And that's
so
data. That's
that,
data. Yeah.
right. So, and then obviously we know, especially like the points of lead generation, right?
Right.
So when we look at lead generation, obviously they can come us to us or many forms that we think of that basically easy to get
Hmm.
or less expensive to get.
Right.
And also what is really publicly available is legal to
Hmm.
kind of utilize, not for
Right.
abuse, but really in general terms of within the rules of the business talk, so to speak.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
let's say I send you email, I got a service. Let's say you send me email, you got a service. This should not be illegal if it's
Hmm.
legitimate, right?
Oh,
Uh,
right, right.
so
If you're giving them value, If
Right.
you, and here's the thing, all of my emails come with a pain point. It talks about a pain point, and that pain point will give you in my initial emails a free solution to help alleviate some of that pain point. Now that
Right.
may be all that the person needs when they read that email. And they say, "Oh, that's all I need. That could take care of that problem," and they're happy and they go, which is fine. I don't mind that. That's what I'm here for. I am here to service my clientele, and I have the data and the emails and the names of all the clientele that I serve. And if I can give them a little hint that makes their lives a little bit easier, good. That's my job. That's what I'm doing.
Right.
But if I send them out something that has nothing to do with what they're doing, they can unsubscribe, they can leave. I'm not going to be heartbroken. They don't have to open it. I'm not going to be heartbroken. See, that's the problem. People fall in love with their emails. Don't fall in love with your emails. Just 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 send
Many
an
out
email
there,
that
right?
offers value. Huh?
This is like many out there. You're not gonna run out of emails.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to run out of emails. That's why on my website, MMOAmerica.com, and I'm going to be wrapping it up here, I give you every single email that I sent out. Everyone that I've sent out this past year are there. Go look at them. Go look and see how they're lined up. Go see how they change and how they evolve over time.
We're
And
almost up in an hour, Chris.
yeah, I
Uh,
know we went way over. Went way over
well,
with this.
thank you so much. Anyway, anything what's your you like to share and anything you like to close with?
Just one last plea. If you're really seriously looking to getting involved in lead generation, you need a system like No Limit Emails. And if you want to do email automation, you want your emails to go through and be delivered, and you want to be the master of your domain, and you're sick and tired of handling all the technical stuff, let Evan and his crew handle the technical stuff. You just work on the creative stuff. No Limit Emails gives you the freedom to be creative. You don't get that in MailChimp, Constant Contact, or any of those other companies. Oops, I mentioned the ones that kicked me out because you're too concerned with going over your send limits and being charged. You shouldn't have to worry about that. If you're a creative person, you shouldn't have to worry about the price associated. You know it's a fixed cost. This is what you're paying. You want unlimited emails, that's $397 a month for unlimited emails that you want to send a month. If that's where you feel you want to be, that's the package you sign up for. 5 IPs, a whole bunch of IPs, you're never going to burn them. You're never going to burn them. So definitely consider No Limit Emails. I have a link for it and pricing for it over on my website, and also some bonuses I offer if you order through my system. Some free bonuses or free training I give you, so you can get up to speed right away. So that's about it. I don't have anything more. Do you have anything, Evan?
Well, thank you so much, Chris. All the links and everything's in the description of the video
Yep. Be
to
sure to come
Chris's
back to
website.
Audio Audacity more and more for our live podcasts. And we're really going to hopefully impart some good value with
Yeah,
you on
thank you
these.
so much.
So,
Absolutely. I've been kind of like try to do fast as I can take notes. So many kind of great bullet, really what is hers type of points, especially in a point of lead gen.
Mhm.
Uh, and I hope this podcast reaches many millions of people. Basically, what is being discussed in this podcast, guys, is absolutely opening a new kind of really big highway for you when you try to do the lead gen and when you try to really execute the lead gen without really spending big money. And
Right.
that is huge when it comes to the years 2025, as every price of everything has gone up off the roof,
Hmm.
and solidifying your outreach really at a kind of stable pricing is must, especially if you're serious, like really you want to grow
Yeah.
your brand, grow your,
Oh,
like that
yeah.
lady try to grow her audience per seminar, or you are basically coach or doing live
Oh,
streams.
yeah.
So I told you had another gift for the viewers.
Yes,
Uh,
I do. This is a very wonderful gift. If you like how this looks, how it plays, how it feels, there is a way that you can do video podcasting yourself using meet no limit emails.com. Just go to NoLimitEmails.com. Create a name for yourself, and you too can be using this system to create wonderful live video podcasts. I have a couple of my customers doing that. And if you visit my website at MMOAmerica.com, you can download a free training guide that will tell you step by step what you need to do in order to start your own live video podcast. I recommend you get that if you have a business and you want to promote your products. You want to talk to people. The girl who's doing the webinar is going to be using this system to promote the other people that are going to be talking with them live, talking about what they're going to be doing and what they're going to be sharing at this women's empowerment meeting in Seven Springs in Champion, Pennsylvania. Very familiar to those people that are in the western part of Pennsylvania, very familiar with that ski resort. And she's going to be using it to promote her video podcast. So it's going to be great. I have churches that use it. I do a lot with churches. So I have a lot of churches that use this for their broadcasting their sermons and broadcasting their Sunday schools to the people that are shut-ins, can't get there. So it's a wonderful system, and it's free. There's no cost. So if you're paying $10 or $20 a month for Zoom or for Meet from the Google product or Google Meet, drop them, dump them. Don't need them. Use this. Be very happy. Works on any browser, works in phone, works in tablet, works on laptop, full-scale PC, everything. Don't have to install anything in your system so they track what you're doing. None of that stuff. It's all highly untrackable. It's there. It's ready to go. And you build your own life. It's great. Works great. I love it, Evan. It's fantastic. Thank you for coming up with this, for doing this. So,
thank you so much. It's our pleasure to make things that everyone who uses it really kind of loves it and finds it useful. Especially the meat itself is our heart and gift to whole of society. Go ahead and, like Chris mentioned, make yourself a room or rooms for your family, for your business. Utilize it. Just let us know if anything you like to be improved on, and that's all we're asking for. That being said, this has tied us into the end of this podcast. This is again his first podcast. Our sponsor is No Limit Emails. Our guest is Christopher, and our platform for this kind of special guesting is Maximum Audacity Podcast. The website will be live very shortly, guys. And if you go to the maximumaudacity.com right now, it's just blank page, but we will put all the videos we have and recorded in here on YouTube over there as an archive that you guys can be part of and watch and replay. Once more, massive thank you, Chris, for hour-long amazing information related to the basically everything we do on the internet, guys, especially when it comes to the lead gen and a traffic gen of the internet. And I hope you take a good out of this video, and if you find it really helpful to you, please share it with someone you love, or give us also thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. As the channel just went live, this is first ever live that we done on that channel. I am Evan, your host, and our sponsor is for this podcast No Limit Emails. Of course, we will be opening, yes, we will be opening to other companies to be a sponsor, and we give you the platform. You can interview people of your choice. I hope you enjoy this one. Once more, thank you, Chris. And
thank you for letting me be here, Evan.
You
all right. We'll see you. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much, Chris. And we will see you guys on the next one.
Come back over to Maximum Audacity Room.